GMs and my team. Today we have with us Divisional Head Mr. Sarkasan, Mr. Manish, Department Head, and Mr. Ashutosh from the factory. So as you know that Maruti is continuously reviewing the existing process and we are identifying the scope for improvement so that we can improve our business and we can take care of customer retention and profit in our business. So we have introduced a service CRM 2.0, and for that we have identified pilot workshop in each region. So in our zone, we have identified your workshop as a
whether selling any products or services. So keeping this in mind, we have developed this CRM 2.0. Now this gives you a single voice of customer so that you do not need to go to different places or systems to gather information. The purpose of today's session is to explain you about the features. In fact, we are doing pilot in more than 50 workshops all across the country and we have received good feedback. Already training has been given to all the workshop staff and actual usage is also there. We will be requiring your support and active involvement to implement the system. As we'll explain, performance of SMR and CCs can be very easily monitored through the system and will really seek your involvement to motivate and guide your team. So over to our service team for taking this forward.
Thank you so much, sir, Himadri sir, for giving a highlight of this system. And thank you so much, Kiran San, for organizing this session with the dealers. Dealers use take maximum benefit of this system. So, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, all the dealer partners. And actually, the idea of organizing this session is that we want to give you a brief to you that how this system is going to benefit to dealer partners. Like your mother rightly said that the training is already conducted for the people down the line, works manager, customer care manager, or service advisor. They have already been trained. So we want that how to take maximum use of this system. The basic purpose of having this system is that one is that how to improve productivity of our resources. As of now, the resources available in as a customer care team, how to optimize the resources. Second benefit is that how to increase the business out of the system. The two major objectives we considered while developing this system. And third one is convenience. Third one is convenient because the people who are using the system should find it very convenient for the people and also for the customer as well, that how we are going to increase the business. So sir, we have made a small presentation here and also would like to give a small demonstration so that you can understand it, little bit of it, at least the agenda and the benefit of this system so that the people down the line they can work and make it take the maximum benefit out of this. So Astos, could you please go on the next slide? So in this presentation, we are going to cover up the background and objective and business benefits of CRM 2.0, service functionality and persona. I mean, which are the persona they would be using, like service advisor, customer care team. We've also made a comparison of CRM versus Ninja versus DMS. I think many of people, dealer people, they are using Ninja also, Auto Ninja also. So we want to give you a comparison that how this system is better or in comparison with these two systems, Ninja and the DMS. We'll also share this road plan. As of now, we have done the pilot at 50 odd number workshops across the country. So based on those feedback, we are also incorporating those feedback in the system so that we can roll it all India basis. So your workshop is in the pilot phase actually. We are also going to cover site readiness, like what are the things are required to implement in terms of software only, not the hardware as such, and the live demonstration. So we are going to showcase you this how the system work, how this is user friendly, and all those things. Astos, next slide. Slide is not completely visible, Astos. So actually, it is not visible. Kiran?
Hello,
Yes, yeah, yeah, it's better.
slide is
Yes,
visible now, Manish.
yes, benefits.
Yeah, correct, correct. Thank you, thank you. So here, regard for the dealer partners, like enhancing efficiency of the people, improving the productivity of the people. I mean, the CC according to the customer, how many calls are being generated, how many calls are being done through the system, vis-a-vis the comparison of the previous system. And the next is that how to improve the connect percentage. As of now, connect percent conversion ratio is actually resulting into the business. If the conversion ratio is high or the connect percentage is high, that is actually you're calling those customers to the workshop for this service and repairs. Okay. Regarding in the current system, when you use, there is always a chance of leakage of the data because Auto Ninja, in case Auto Ninja is sending the data to the Auto Ninja, so your customer data is not with you, with some other party. So there is always chance of misuse of those data. Enhanced performance tracking is very easy to operate and track the performance. Even you can track the performance on mobile phone also, not on the desktop, because CRM 2.0 system is for both for the desktop and also for the mobile application. Third is analytic. Analytic means how to the upselling, cross-selling. In terms like the same data you can use for for generating more business. For the service data you can use for the sales business also. So those cross-selling and upselling as well. For customers, though, for the customers, a reduced number of calls coming to the customers. Second is the structure and timely reminders on the service because whenever the customer want the time. Suppose as a customer, I want the call at around 4 o'clock, so I should receive a call at 4 o'clock, not at 5 o'clock or in the evening. So those things are very important in today's scenario. Faster query resolution. I mean, customer complaint query to be answered to the system.
Naveen, your
Sir,
voice is not clear. Mr. Manish, are you there?
okay, sir, I'll continue from here.
Okay.
Take it forward and present to you, and we'll also have question answer asked so that you can if you have any kind of query you can always ask the query, you can reply to your query. So over to you, Ashutosh.
Great. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So, moving on to the next, what about before CRM? So, basically, this slide is trying to give you a very clear picture on what is the current situation and where do we stand right now and what was the need of the system. So, as you can see, there are different verticals altogether. Like we have sales, which are using DMS, the spares and service for spares and service. We also use DMS system. Multi driving school is also using DMS. Insurance have their own separate system altogether. DM True Value has this own POC and DMS system. Similarly, for loyalty and our corporate call center, there's a separate MS Microsoft CRM that they use, and there are different other digital interaction points across various verticals. So the current statement, the critical one is that the data is stored across the multiple departments and the system as on date. And the data for one department is split across the multiple systems. So if there is one single customer who is interacting across these different verticals, so as on date, the data is stored in different systems altogether across various verticals. So there is no unique vehicle ID across the department which can actually tell me the actual interactions which the customer is happening across the Maruti network. Rather, I would say that in terms of any interaction which the customer is having on system also, it is if it is captured, if it is loyalty or insurance, then the person who is sitting in loyalty does not know that whether the customer is interacting with the insurance people also. So this system actually is a game changer in that sense that yes, we have worked on it. And in the next slide, if you see, we have tried to create one single view of customer. Now, this with CRM 2.0, we have introduced the concept of single view of customer. Now, this we call it as SVOC. And against this SVOC, we have merged and made this system where all the interactions across the MSIL network have been compiled together, have been put together in one system at one time, so that any person who is using Maruti system, whether it is an insurance person, whether it is a service CCE or an advisor or a GM, any person can know that what are the different interactions that are happening across the network for a single customer. So basically, if I as a customer is interacting with across various verticals, and so there is only one single customer ID which will be created. Now there is no different customer IDs. As on date, we are creating different customer ID across sales, across service, or across loyalty. But now we have created one single customer ID against which all these information will be tagged, and all this data will be available in a single system altogether. And we also will know the possible ownership which changes which are happening across the vertical. So let's say if I am purchasing a new car, I will also you can also check that whether this customer has changed the ownership against this customer vehicle ownership has been changed. So who was the previous owner, when did that person actually bought the car in first place, at what kilometer he sold this car. So every information is now merged in a single view of customer. And we're giving you a small demo also about how actually an SVOC looks like. Just coming on to the what is there for the service, and what are the functionalities in service and the people which are involved in it. So in service, we are started with the regular campaigns. So second, my slide have not changed. It's taking some time.
ସେ କ'ଣ ସେ କହୁଛି ଭାଇଙ୍କ ସାଙ୍ଗେ କଥା ହଉଥିଲି, ମୁଁ ତ ମଙ୍ଗଳବାର ଟାଇମ୍ ଦେଇଛି, ମୁଁ କହିଲି ମଙ୍ଗଳବାର ଦିନ ଭାଇଙ୍କ ସାଙ୍ଗେ କଥା ହଉଥିଲି, ମଙ୍ଗଳବାର ଦିନ ହବ ଯଦି ମନ୍ତୋଷ ଯିବ କ'ଣ କରିବ, ମୁଁ ଏବେ ମଙ୍ଗଳବାର ଯାଏଁ ସୋମବାର ରାତି ଯାଏଁ ବସନ୍ତୁ ନା, ଆମେ କଥା ହେବା ତାପରେ।
Right. Okay. So for what is there for service? So in service, we are starting with our call center operations. So in dealer call center, we say we do all the service reminders, different types of post-service follow-ups, the appointment confirmation and reminder calls, which are done on as a part of the regular activity, and also the welcome or the introduction calls that we are doing on a regular basis for new customers. Similarly, apart from this, there are different types of activities which are like ad hoc camp, which we call as ad hoc campaigns. So where we can actually generate self campaigns from our end and generate the dialing list based on some logics which we are defining in the system. So these also calls are now available. We can also do ad hoc calling from the system, like lost customer, or maybe the customers who are given appointment who have not reported, or the customers whose vehicle is due but who have not reported to the workshop. So these different types of calling other than the regular campaigns are also available in the system now. Now, which are the people which are involved in it, and who will be the users who will be using the system? So the customer care manager, the executives, the service advisors, managers, and the quality managers and the workshop managers. And of course, our CEOs will be given the login IDs for accessing the reports, and CCM will obviously be the users who will be making transactions. Apart from our RO teams, will be given access as well. Our TSMs, zonal heads, and service have their individual will be provided their individual user IDs. A quick comparison study. What was the need of the system? So we had quickly done a benchmarking of the Auto Ninja system that we understand is now a major player in the market, and many of our workshops are still using this Ninja system. So before we started actually implementing CRM 2.0, we did a benchmarking, and it was guidance from EO service also that we have to make sure that whatever we built in CRM 2.0, it should be plus delta of Ninja system. So keeping that in mind, we did a quick comparison study, and as you can see, there are some features highlighted here in the section. We compared it with DMS, what is there in DMS or not, what is there in Ninja, and what is available in our system. So I'll just quickly run through, not taking much of the time. Now, we have introduced the single view of the customer in CRM 2.0, where you can actually check all the complaints, vehicle history, insurance history records, the ownership history, or any call history of the past on a single view of the customer. So this functionality is not available in DMS, but Ninja has this USP, which was actually a very big factor. Also, the interaction history as in all the data which is punched across. or any person which is punching any data can be checked by any other user or any other vertical. So that gives a very clear transparency across the organization. I think the third most important one is the auto call generation. I think this is because as on date, our CCs are taking out Excel sheet printout and distributing those calls among the CC in a manual way. So this actually is hampering the performance of the CCs because every day they have to take out the Excel sheets from DMS and distribute it to the CCs. Now, the system gives you a benefit that you do not have to do this activity anymore. Calls will be auto-generated based on your skill. If you are an SMRE, you will get the SMRE calls. If you are a PSF call CC, you will get a PSF call automatically distributed. So this whole system is automated where there's no manual intervention. These call lists are also prioritized. Now, there's a call list prioritization logic been done where the customers with highest priority or highest priority as in the chances of conversion, whose chances of conversion are very high, are shown on top, and it gives a clear indication to the CC that this customer whose chances of coming to the workshop are high should must be interacted first. So this system we have developed an AI-based system to run this logic. I think I'll be showing this in the demo as well. Global search, as on date, I don't see any system available in MSIL which can actually search by VIN number or name or email ID or registration number on a single page or even by the mobile number. So this system gives you that benefit that you can search by any of these things and simply customer details will be visible. Although from the data security point of view, we have made sure that for the first time visiting customers, if there's any customer who have not visited your workshop, the OTP based searches are allowed. Ad hoc campaigns I've already explained. The reassignment of calls, so manual reassignments are not possible. So CCM now can reassign these calls from one user to another on a real-time basis. They can check the costs. They can check the EWMCP costs as well. They can check the availability of the service advisor while creating appointments. They can send manual SMSs of the workshop location, the Google location to the customers, and also callback number in case the customers are not picking the calls. So also there are different systems which are inside available for the upsell and cross sell opportunities. In case the customer do not have any EW or MCP, the system prompts you that while you are making a call that this customer also does not have an EW or an MCP, or it's a customer who buys genuine accessories very frequently. That gives you some kind of a hint or a push or a trigger which enables you to take necessary action thereon. And there are obviously some last one, most important one, which allow actually the dealers to capture the customer request if the customers are requesting to not call back again and again. So we have this system available now where if you are actually if you are actually not capturing, if the customer says that do not call me again, so you can capture that request from the customer and the customer request will be captured and the customer's record will be removed from the dialing list. Just to give you a small add-on here, now this system was completely a software right now. There is no hardware as on date. There is no dialer integration as on date with this system, but yes, we and our IT team is regularly with this, working with this, and we are integrating the dialers also in future. So any dialer which is available at your workshop will be integrated in the future. There are some other options available which will be coming up in the by 15th of October, like EWMCP cost calculator. If you want to capture any customer as a hot lead or not hot lead or a potential not potential customer, you can simply mark them, and I think that will give you a very clear picture of whether it's a just like how they do it in sales. When you are creating a sales inquiry, you can mark it as a hot lead or not hot lead. Similarly, for every customer, while doing your SMR call, you can also mark it as a hot lead or not hot. Then there will be script callings based on the customer. So CCs will be given a page in front on the system where they can simply read the page of the script in the form of a script and contact the customers. Now, this will be very beneficial in terms of when we are interacting with the customers, so that our communication with the customers also improve. And of course, our hyper local leads and will be part of the system. And finally, there's a new system that since now now we are also trying to push new car sales from the service side. We have given a provision that service CC, while she is making a call to the customer, during the PSF call, she can generate sales inquiry as well. So any sales inquiry, if the customer is opting for any repurchase or is giving any referrals, so she can punch a sales inquiry from her end and assign it to the sales outlet of the same workshop. Coming on to the project schedule, just how we started this activity, we did some initial rollouts in the three pilot workshops in Gurgaon, in MSSD and MSM. In first week of August, we completed the site readiness. The trainings were held at these workshops, and we started using the system in the first week of August at all these workshops. And all of them are using this system as on date as well. Just to give you a very quick glimpse of how this readiness is all about, this is more of an software readiness in terms of whenever we start to roll out at any workshop, we have to make sure that the service advisors will be using this mobile app. Because this Salesforce system is also can be used as a mobile app for service advisor. This is also a web-based application, web-based, not an application, it's a web-based URL that you can open from the desktop. So we have to make sure that the advisors have Android version available on their mobile apps. Similarly for Android, iOS, if anybody is using an iOS or an iPad. If anybody is using a desktop web browser like for CC and CCM, they will be using the web browsers on desktops. So some of these prerequisites are must be there, like desktop or mobile internet speed should be minimum 1 Mbps on every device for optimum uses of the system. And similarly, I think the very important point is skill mapping should be ready in the system, where we have to define that which is an SMRE or which is a PSFCC. LASIK 3.6 point talks about the MSPNs. I think we realized during our pilots that few of the workshops do not have a complete MSPNs available across all the users, because this whole system works with MSPNs. And so each user inside the workshop will be having his own ID so that the calls will be distributed. This system is not like DMS where one ID can be shared across all the users and everybody can call. So we are not allowing multiple logins from multiple systems. So each user should have their own IDs. So this MSPN thing is a must for us. Going forward, just to give a quick glimpse of how to assign a skill mapping in DMS. So if there is any user or a CC in DMS, we just have to select her name, and these are the different types of skills available, like what type of call she has to do. If she has to do PSF call or SMR call, you simply have to type down yes or no against each call, and I think the calls will start to auto distribute in your IDs. So just to give you a quick glimpse of how the automation works here, this is a one-time activity that you just have to select skill as yes or no, and I think you can simply, these calls will be auto generated in this CC ID from DMS to Salesforce. About the support process, now the support process remains the same as current DMS. Our DMS help desk will be the team where any issues or any kind of support is required. These call tickets will be logged in, and the team will be responsible for any closure, just like how we do it in DMS. So this is the hierarchy or escalation metrics, similar to how we do it in DMS as on date. Now I'll just quickly show you a very small demo how the screens actually looks like, and just I'll share my screen. Just a wait. Yeah. So this is the login page of the CRM 2.0. As you can see, this is a web-based system. Now I have logged in with the URL here. I've entered in on my browser. And once you enter this on browser, this home page comes in, and there's a username and password which will be given to each user. And you can just simply log in by this button, login button. And I'll just quickly show you how few of the screens look like, not go into much details here, just show you the most benefits of the system. So this is how the login page actually looks like. As you can see, there are some of the data which is available on the screen in form of a reports or a dashboard. Just like a sample here, you can check how many total calls of SMRs were assigned, how many are still open, and how many are completed. Now the good part about the system is that all of these are clickable. Now if you want to check any of these records, what are these 632 records, you can just simply click on this, and these records will start to reflect again in these IDs. Now what are these details of the customer will again show on the screen. Yeah, so whatever I have clicked, like 632 records of the customers whose call was completed for paid service, all these lists are available here along with the customer details. Similarly, you can also track how many customers are still open, not contacted, or maybe asked for follow-ups. Like similarly, how many customers are being contacted, not contacted today. That is also visible here, like contacted for SMR, PSF. Similarly, non-contacted customers. So if you want to recontact the non-contacted customers, you can just simply click on this and start calling these customers again. Tasks which are marked for follow-ups, like in case a customer tells you that call me back again today, so just click on this and you can re-go to the customers list which I have asked you to call back again today. You can also check CC performance for the day, how which CC or the service advisor is performing well, and what is the percentage completion of the tasks or the calls which are assigned to them. And this is also available in detail. If you want to go into detail, you can just simply click on the view report and go to the detail part also. Just to show you how actually a call is being done here, we'll just quickly show you the task section, because I think this is the most critical one where the CCs have to start calling the customers actually. So this is the screen where all the call data is actually getting generated. Like as you can see, I've opened all open SMRs calls, and you can see that which type of call is generated, like for PMS 30 or PMS 30 or 130, and simply just click on the name of the customer, and basic details of the customer will start to reflect. And as I informed you in the presentation also, that there's a cross-sell opportunity which is available against this customer. So this is a system intelligence which actually guides you that for this customer, the high chances of buying Maruti Suzuki genuine accessories, because in past this customer has a previously also in the previous visit he has purchased a lot of MSGA. So system has guided you that you can prompt the customer. Similarly, it also gives you a hint about insurance or EW if the customer do not have it. Here you can check the details of the customer. Basic details are available here. And I think I'll just show you how to start the call. Click on the call start button. Basic details of the customer will start to reflect. Here you can see the call details are available against this customer. Like I have to call this customer Ranita. Her number is available here. What type of customer is it? Is a corporate customer or an individual? What is the mood of the customer? Like if the customer has already an existing complaint at your workshop, the mood will be bad. If there is no existing complaint at your workshop, the mood will remain as neutral. So you know that if there's any complaint in the past for your workshop, the mood is bad. So you better get to take it very seriously. Now on this screen there are several options. Just like to quickly run through it. You can basically check all the details of this customer in terms of EW or MCP, what is the due date, sale date, and basic information like loyalty points, loyalty card number. Now as on date there is no system in Maruti which actually gives this information on a single page, where all the information about the customer, previous visit details, or the loyalty card details, anything related to the visit, previous visit, is available on one single screen. We are also displaying the car user number, as in the vehicle car user number, which is available in DMS. It's because this is related more to service. So this number is also will be helpful if the above number is not dialed or reached to the right customer. The secondary option is also available. Similarly, while you're making a call to the customers, we also display different mobile numbers in form of there are multiple mobile numbers available across various verticals. These are shown in a separate format here. So F stands for frequently called, and if there will be another number which will be shown here if there are different numbers which are available across different verticals. Now this customer, since there's only one number available, so only one number is showing. just to tell you what shows in the detail section, you can check the basic details, what is the age or the birthday of the customer, the license details, what are the previous interactions that this customer has already in the past. So since this is a first time call, so there is no interaction this customer has this for this call. You can create an appointment from the screen. You can always check which are that for this particular timing, let's say for 10th of October 12:35 p.m. I can check that which are the available slots for the service advisor and which are not. So if I just click on the show unavailable slots, it will also tell me that which are the slots which are not available and which are already occupied by the service advisors. So by default, we only show the available slots. And at the same time, so this is the customer history section, which is I think the most critical one, which I was talking about as the SVOC. So saying customer history is actually the section which talks about SVOC, which is the single view of customer. Now this SVOC gives you a clear picture of the all the details of this customer which are happening across the vertical, any vertical. So let's say on this customer history, it gives you that which was the EW which was purchased by the customer, along with the EW details like number, what type of EW, and what is the coverage of EW across for this customer. If the customer has opted for MCP, MCP will also be visible. If there are any complaints in the past for this customer, whether it is a dealer complaints or it's a HO complaint, all complaints will be visible. Also, the complaint number will be visible along this. Insurance history. If the vehicle already has an insurance, the insurance will be available. Ownership history in terms if the customer has sold out his car to another customer, if this vehicle is now owned by a second owner, so multiple row items will be displayed. But since it's a first time owner, so only one record is there. But ownership history gives you a glimpse of what is the current ownership, who is the current owner of this vehicle. Similarly, the loyalty points, if the customer owns loyalty points, you can also check it at the same time. You can check if there are any referrals or the service history for that matter, that how many service records have been completed till date. Like you can see the customer has already completed paid first, second, third, fourth, and fifth services, and we are also extending this to more paid services. But you can check the coverage of the phrase of paid services here. While you are just making a call, so this is the screen where you have to make a call to the customer, and so some of the we have empowered the CC with these benefits. While she's making a call, she also will be having all this information while she's making a call to the customer. You can also check the cost of the service in case the customer asks what is the cost for let's say PMS 30 40. You can always just type down the paid service or enter the current kilometer of the customer. They've just entered a random number, or it will give you the cost of the service and what are the jobs in which were included in the service. So the CC now can interact customer with freely. You can also check the service history of this vehicle. What was the service history records we have previous based on the previous visits, and if you want to check the workshop information SMS, this is the SMS which goes to the customer in case the customer wants to know the Google location of your workshop. So you can send it to any customer on any mobile number. And we have also, I was explaining you one of the major benefits of the system, which is the DNC request. So if this customer, Ms. Ronita, asks you to not call back again anymore, so you can just simply submit this request. Let's say do not call. So you can just simply submit this request to your CCM, and CCM will approve the request, and this customer's records will be deleted from the system for the next 3 months automatically. So there will be no more call generated in the system anymore. Apart from this, there is also a scripts option. So I was just explaining you the script section earlier. Now in this script section, as you can see, there are few details available where CC can actually start calling the customer while reading the script also. My name is this, and so what we are doing, by 15th of October, we are automating these requests where these fields will be auto-filled. So let's say the CC name is Miss Sonia, so her name will be by default available here, and the dealer name will be automatically prompted. So is it the right time to talk to you? If the vehicle is serviced or no. So there are a set of questionnaires which are prompted here, and CC can just simply look at the script, and this whole script will be automated. Like whatever the black bold items you are seeing will be automated and shown the actual number, so that she can just simply run through the script at once and call the customer without just
run through this whole text which is written here. So now the scripts will be made much easier for her to interact in a very formal manner. So we our communications with the customers will also improve in that fashion. Uh, Apart from this, just to show you what dashboards we have, I think because the major benefit of the system is the dashboard section, which gives you a very clear idea of the power of the system. So we have these dashboards available where sitting on your desk, you can also monitor the workshop's performance at the same time. Like you can see, this is some standard dashboards which are available for you. You can check the workshop performance just by checking that what is the how many calls are completed on a daily basis, what are the number of calls which are pending, which the CC is supposed to do but she is not performing, how many SMR calls are being generated, although against which how many calls is actually completing on a daily basis, and the trend of the appointments which are getting created in system. CC wise appointments also are available, that which CC is creating how many appointments in the current month. So all these reports are customizable, and the best part about it is that any number which is getting displayed here is a clickable number. So if you want to know that how many are these contacted 184 customers, you can just click on this 184 and the list will populate. Uh, so that's the beauty of this CRM system, and I think it's a world-renowned Salesforce CRM. So I think just showing you what it actually can do. Similarly, some other reports related to PSF, completed and non-completed, and list of dissatisfied customers. How many appointment confirmation calls that you're supposed to do, and how many are doing. Uh, what is the time slot where the customers are most coming for an appointment? So for paid service, which is the different type of time slots which are occupied in different times. And I think the below one is the most important one, that which are the different types of responses that the CC is actually entering in the system. So just to give you a very small glimpse of this report, so I'm just opening this report. So this report tells you that what are the different types of responses that the CCs are entering in the system, that how many are appointment not given, let's say that out of total number of SMR punched by the CC, 571 she has punched in appointment not given, and maybe to be called later, sold to other customers, service done at masses, or customers are not contactable. So all this information is available here on the single screen. This can just, if you want to just know what are these 184 customers, you just simply click on this 184 records and the below details will come of these customers. You can also export this data from the screen in the form of Excel or PDF document. These are also will be available for you in the form of reports. And last, I think just a very small major benefit of the system is that if in case you want to search any customer, let's say I want to search this customer by my name, I can just search by my name here, and then my name will appear here. I can also search by my mobile number. Can just simply type in my mobile number and click on enter, and if there is any existing customer which is linked to this mobile number, the details will start to reflect here. So that's how you can actually track back the details of the customer through this search system also. And I think the last one was related to the OTP search. If the customer is not a workshop customer or an existing customer of the workshop, you can just simply type in any registration number here, and I'll just type in Manish search number here, and you can just simply click on the search. And I think Manish sir has already visited this workshop, so his details are totally available here. Although if the customer has not visited any workshop, so these records will be displayed in the form of an asterisk, and you have to send an OTP to the customer to get these records. So this is about data security mostly, because we make sure that customer records or the data is not shown to any other workshop if doesn't it is not an existing customer of the other workshop. So this is how we make sure that data is also made secure across the system, because I think in current system we are giving our most of the data to the Ninja, which is our major lapse in our data also. So I think Manish sir, I think that is all about this small introduction of the system. Anything else you would like to add?
Thank you so much, Astosh, for giving a glimpse of the system CRM2. And as you already explained that the two major things is one is SMR activity, second is PSF activity, which the call center operates from the workshop end. And also we have provided the provision of having this ad hoc campaign. Suppose tomorrow you want to organize some ad hoc campaign other than SMR activity or the PSL activity, which can also be done. So now I think, sir, you would be finding this system good because lots of change and lots of enhancement have been done over the previous system, lots of benefits in the system. So now I request for any feedback on the system or your understanding level, so that we can clarify your query if you have any. And ultimate objective is that we need to implement as workshop 100%. So in this regard, we'd like to know your feedback.